Hey everyone, welcome to the Oasis podcast. I'm your host, Miss AJ. Thanks for tuning in. An oasis is something that provides refuge, relief, or a pleasant contrast, and that is exactly what you will find tuning into the Oasis podcast. This is a space where I and special guests will be cultivating intentional and honest conversations about life's journey. Subscribe everywhere you listen to podcasts and watch us on YouTube now. So welcome back to the Oasis podcast. Thank you all for joining us again. And today we have one of our throwback OGs, Mr. Chad Scott, is here with us today talking about the things that we love to talk about apparently online, right? Because this is all we talk about. But it's an important part of life. And so we are back here having a conversation about the state of dating in 2025. And I am so ready to hear what is going on in these streets because, as I've mentioned before, I'm like trying to like glide back in these streets. And I ain't gonna say it's full of piss. I'm gonna stay positive. But it is interesting out here. And so I would love to hear your thoughts and what you've been seeing as a dating and relationship coach. So, Chad Scott, go ahead and introduce yourself to those who may not know who you are.
It's always a pleasure seeing you join the platform. Chad Scott, life and relationship coach, but I always love talking about I'm more of an accountability partner because I feel like once you take accountability, you be able to shift and become who you want to become and desire things you desire. So been doing it for a while. People love me more because when I post the rings that I help these women get, right now we have 39 rings. So when they see that as more of the hoopla, but my thing I enjoy is the actual work to get it, right? And the ring is more like a byproduct of self-love.
Exactly. And I love your posts. You know, I'm always following your stories and I'm like, Chad, oh my gosh, and laughing. But it's true. Like you do show the highlights of like, oh, the lady's getting the rings, but you do also show like the messaging and you very direct, like, didn't I tell you not to do this? Or like, I told you something, didn't it work? And so you can see the proof is in the pudding. And so I definitely appreciate that you definitely give the real and you're honest with the people that you work with. I also love your other posts because you keep us updated on where we are in the season. And I think that's so hilarious because you stay updated every few months. And I'm like, yo, this is so funny. But I mean, people really do consciously or subconsciously follow this. So let us know. What exactly am I talking about seasons? And then where are we in this current season, dating season?
So we're about to enter cuffing season again, right? So right now, I don't know when this airs, but there's a chart basically, right? So August is more like the filler scouting, right? September is more drafting. October is tryouts. And then November, we in the thick of things of cuffing season. But I always put the asterisk, subject could change, depends on feelings. You like a concert where it's like card could change or fight could change? It could subject to change at any time.
At any time. So I'm over here thinking about how the months are lining up, right? Because as you can see, it goes from summertime where everybody like be outside, right? And then as it gets colder, we get closer to like trying to lock in. And then I see it kind of like you better have somebody locked in by November, right? Which tends to be what? Holiday season.
Yes, gotta get a matching PJs.
Time is a ticket. You know what I'm saying? You gotta what we doing, what color, what we wearing, right? So how do you secure boo by the holidays, Chad? How do we do it?
Well, it's one of the things about being intentional, right? And being honest. I think that a lot of times people get caught up in trying to not be honest about what they're looking for. If you want something temporary, you want something permanent, you need to be honest and move accordingly. So a lot of it, you know, me about accountability is like, what do you really want? Do you want a lasting relationship or do you just want something to hold you tight for this holiday season? And then if that's the case, you have to move accordingly. But you can't play victim or be blinded. And it's like, just go with the flow because the only thing go with the flow is a dead fish. So we got to be more really poignant about what we doing here.
Bars. Only thing that goes with the flows are deficit. I have not heard that. Wow, you right. Well, excuse me, Chad. So, in your conversations, and again, this could be professionally or just with your friends, the people
Mhm.
that you talk to, how many people are really honest about what they're looking for real?
Very few.
Mm,
Because a lot of people do not even know what they're looking for or what
mm,
they're asking for. So
uh-huh.
a lot of it is going to flow. A lot of it is pretty much auditioning or trying to humble themselves and just be going and once again going with the flow and not really ask yourself, what
Hmm.
do I really want? So what I normally do with the clients I deal with is I have them spend time to really realize what they're actually looking for and the future them. Like almost writing a letter to their future self, like what she smells like,
Hmm.
what she carry herself, how she dressing, like all of these things definitely set a tone about how you want to present yourself, and it's work.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's part of it is a lot of people do not know what they're looking for.
Hmm. And do you feel that has to do with the things they experienced in their past? I know trauma is used a lot. So just like the things they've experienced in the past, and that can be childhood, etc., yada yada, or is it really an internal like fear?
It's both, right? It's part of it is a lot of people, once again, we said before, don't know what they want, right? And because of past history. Like I was talking to my homegirl, not even a client. I was talking to a homegirl, and she talking about how somebody from her past circle black. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, right? And then when she talked about it was a spontaneous, he came over to chill with her.
Mm-hmm.
They had a little, some good
Hmm.
times.
Yeah.
Then he spent the block again to come over again. And I was like, oh, what did he bring? She like, what do you mean? I'm like, he came out of your house empty handed? And she was she was confused, like, what will he bring? I'm like, flowers, your favorite candy bar, some ice cream,
Fine,
some offering just
Mm-hmm.
coming through. She was like,
Hmm.
Chad, you're gonna learn that I never even experienced that. That somebody being thoughtful and considerate.
Mm.
So it's like something that is just like anything, career, whatever. Sometimes it's exposure. They never been exposed or seen an example of that kind of relationship, so they just think it's only on TV or only on social media, and not feel like I desire it or want it. They don't even know how to say it because
Mm.
they don't want rock the boat. And we always talk about fuck that boat. So it's one of those things where you have to really see some type of reality of what it looks for, and a lot of people do, and I have no idea or experience. So I think it's both. It's part of it is unaware, and also self-esteem. Do they feel like they actually desire it or
Deserve it, right?
deserve it?
Mm.
And a lot of times, a lot of people don't. So they feel like they go to audition mode, and hopefully that person will recognize that, and maybe you get that.
Mm.
So it's a double-edged sword.
So tying that into, I guess, the next question, right? Of there is such a large group of people who don't know what they want, right? They
Mm-hmm.
don't because they either never experienced it, they never seen it, or they just don't feel that it's something that they can attain.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think that plays into what's happening right now in dating in this 2025 that we're in, about to be 2026? Like, how do you feel like that ties into the state of dating right now?
Well, the state of dating is very interesting right now,
Hmm.
right? Where people are getting more aware, right? More people getting more intentional dating. More people, even more women is embracing it. Even in my own personal life and consulting, a lot of women is embracing dating multiple men.
Hmm.
They've been fighting me along the way. They've
Hmm.
been scratching and all the clawing, but they understand the value of soft dating in the sense of taking your time
Yeah.
and not rushing to the intimacy too fast, not
Hmm.
trying to cloud your judgment to really understand the character and are you truly aligned. So a lot of times the fear of if I don't put out or I don't have sex with him, he going to not like me, blah blah blah. It's like who cares now? So
Hmm.
that's part of it. And also the men are getting frustrated because they used to get the homie discount. So now they frustrated like I gotta really take on a date. I
Hmm.
can't Netflix and chill with her. So there is something there, right? So there's more men gonna be upset because more women getting more keen to. I don't really. I want to really know you as a person, and
Yeah. Put some work in, sir.
it's some effort. So a lot of times, so that's a disconnect, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like some
Hmm.
people is upset about that, but more women are getting more comfortable in their own skin and being alone.
Hmm. That
So
part.
now it's complicated now because what you said, whole guy as far as the money or whatever it be is not doing the job like it used to.
Mm-hmm.
So there's frustration there, but I like that it's getting more honest about what they're looking for. Those that get it, but there's still out here that don't know and just going with the flow. So it is. But to say that, I think what happens is that part is dating changing and shifting. That as more people get more intentional, they realize that the dating pool is getting smaller.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the byproduct of self love and awareness.
That is very true. Healing is lonely.
Yeah. It's ugly too. It's ugly, and I get it. That's why
Yeah.
I always warn women when I talk to them, like, hey, listen, being around me, spending time with me coaching you is one thing that your palette is going to change,
Mm-hmm.
and your dating pool will get smaller because the red flags will be too red. You can't even ignore it,
Mm-hmm.
and try to figure out. Come get to build a bait or fall low potential. You see the flag so much that you're not aligned that it get cringy now. You're like because ignorance is bliss. So I'm warning them. So, oh man, Chad, yeah, my apologies.
What part do you think COVID played in all of this, right? Like,
are you feeling overwhelmed by the demands of life, motherhood? At AJO Consulting Services, LLC, we offer comprehensive wellness services that include personalized coaching, doula care, consulting, and personal and professional development to help you navigate this beautiful yet challenging phase of life. Our services are designed to support individuals and communities, especially women, birthing people, and families of color, in creating a more joyful and stress-free experience. From family planning to postpartum care, we provide the tools and resources you need to thrive. Let AJO Consulting Services help you prioritize your well-being and create a healthier, happier future for yourself and your family.
I don't know that. I don't think that's not true. Because I was talking to one of my friends and we were like, yo, I mean, we're like millennials, right? So we're like, I don't feel like when we were younger, dating felt this difficult. And again, it could be ignorance is bliss, right? Because we were young and dumb and we were all floating out here being dumb. But we were talking about just certain aspects of getting a guy to, want to talk to you, like impressed, like he wanted to, like he was putting the effort to call you and do all this stuff and take you out, wanted to pick you up from home. And we're like, it's just like, what happened, right? And then we started talking about like COVID, like what part you think COVID itself played in where we are today and what caused like the change in the dating that we're seeing.
Well, when it comes to COVID, it made two things happen. More people got comfortable being alone.
Mm-hmm.
And even in people relationships, like, why are you here? I don't really like you. Because they used to have some distractions. There were no distractions. Another part of it is now there's a disconnect for connecting with strangers. Mm-hmm. So COVID served two things where it changed the landscape in the sense of how we date and how we interact. So it does play a role, but even what circle around is social media itself. It made it more abundance. Like you said, back in the days, guys had to really go out and sought after and really court a woman. Nowadays, I can swipe until someone give me some kind of action. Mm-hmm. And then what happens now is even when we outside at events, more women have to now initiate contact more. Mm-hmm. Because another thing is guys are intimidated by in public more. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, we hear so many stories about women don't want to be harassed, women don't want to be like let them be. So they're like, I don't want to be a creep.
Yeah.
So it's both sides. That's why women going to have to, and they get mad when I talk about that too, making a presence known that you're interested in someone. And I was like, even back in the day, you had to drop the handkerchief. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? You're dropping the handkerchief. And they let the man take it from there. But I think that's what happened. It's changed the dynamics of how dating looks with COVID and beyond.
I agree. And I think that part of what you're saying about dropping the handkerchief, I think some people might hear that and think, oh, the woman should be the aggressor. And I think that's not what's being said. And I think that ties into now the added mindset of men want to be chased right now. Like it looks like men want to be chased now. They the
new baddies,
the new baddies. You know what I'm saying? And in some regards, I see what they're talking about, but I think that dropping the handkerchief thing is a very, as they would say, demure, right? It's a very soft thing, right? It's a matter of like smiling. It's a matter of eye contact. It's very soft things. Even if you talk to them, it's a very like, oh, asking a simple question, but it's not like, hey, I think you fine. What up, though? It's a different, and I
Mhm.
think people kind of hear that and they thinking, oh, I'm supposed to be the aggressor. And no, that's not exactly what's being said. But on the other side of it, and I've seen this, that there are some men that I think they took that fear of rejection. They've taken the being stuck in technology on our phones a little bit too much, where they now really just don't want to approach women a little
Mhm.
bit too far. And so they oh, women got to come to me. They got that's that's not how the order things are gonna work. A lot of women are not gonna do that. There's some
Yeah.
that's going to, right? And then I think that creates a dynamic within. You know what I'm saying? It kind of makes
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Even when it comes to the social media, even dating apps, right? People are getting burned out
Mm-hmm.
of a lot of feeding connections, right? We match, we talked a little bit, and then ghosts, and then happens. Or we go on a whack date, or it was just come through. Like, I just want to have sex and make it
Mm-hmm.
transactional. So a lot of people are like, ugh, dating app, ugh, right? But I said we should do both, right? We should go outside, intentional where we go, and on dating apps, we got to do more with the vetting process
Mm-hmm.
before we get to the date, before we get to see are we actually connected or just lust. And I think that when it comes to men, it's sad. I hear it all the time, and I see it where a guy will look at a woman all day at an event, wait till he find her Instagram, and
And
then
then,
DM her
yeah,
and be like, "Yo, you look so sexy." Da, da, da. I'm like,
you could
you
have
could,
said that.
you know what I'm saying? But also, God trying to find Instagram because once again, we were talking about earlier about the cover season, part of scouting and drafting, right? They want to see your social media page to see how to
Mm-hmm.
approach you and get some more intel
Mm-hmm.
before they approach you. Are
Mm-hmm.
you are they deem you too expensive, or you kind of laid back? Like they try to get assessment of what kind of woman you are before they engage.
Right. Right. I- Something about that is really cringy to me too. Somebody I come like, oh, what's your IG? No,
Hmm.
sir. I'm not giving you that. That's what you gonna do? Just be watching me?
Hmm.
I'm not entertainment. I'm not doing that. Um, and again, maybe I have the old school way of thinking. Maybe I need to come to new age, but I don't know. Something about that is cringy to me. But so from what you've seen, experienced, and talking to your clients,
Hmm.
what is your assessment on how we can move forward from where we are? And do you think there is a moving forward to change? And do you think that the change that is happening or can happen will be for the better?
I hope that is for the better.
Hmm.
I pray it's for the better, and I even post something about when I was in college on my dating. Right, I talked about how when I used to go on dates and just bring flowers, and
Hmm.
how uncomfortable it made women feel. That it was like, okay, I'm seeing this getting weird now, where you
Hmm.
feel like it's a hidden agenda. I just gave
Hmm.
you flowers because that's
Right.
what I like. I always tell people all the time, I'm not a nice guy. I'm a gentleman, and I think people get confused with that nice guy gentleman stuff. So I'm a gentleman. That's what I do because I want to do it, and
Hmm.
you deserve it,
Hmm.
right? Appreciate you taking opportunities. They like all that, and it made them come comfortable. So what happens when it comes to for the betterment of it, I feel like as women get more intentional with their dating and who they date, men are going to get upset, but those that get it is going to do right. Just like the whole flowers and date where I just mentioned, how a lot of women felt uncomfortable, so God stopped doing it. A
Hmm.
lot of women allow coming to my house on the first day. So
Hmm.
it kind of you not setting the tone made the homie discount thrive.
Hmm.
So as you get more intentional with it and cutting people off faster, like, oh, we just not in line, no, thank you, and not rushing to get married or rushing for kids, it put people in the guys in the dynamic about we have to change how we approach and be honest and intentional. If you already want to hook up, be honest with it.
Right.
If you want more, then you have to be honest and put some effort in. But the inconsistency, the breadcrumbing, all of the buzzwords now, people are getting hip to it. Those
Hmm.
that's aware, the ones that's ignorant, is just having a blast. But it's about the quality. So I think the quality of the dating is going to make sense. The dating pool is going to get smaller as we shift. But if you only need one, you just need one. And I think that women who are understanding living their life how they want to live it, buying a house, traveling,
Yeah.
solo traveling, doing all these things they normally wouldn't do, waiting for that person. that when a person do come along, it's more of an enhancement and not out of desperateness. And this is why it's so important. Why I tell men and women, when you come from a place of lacking, with resources, loneliness, whatever, it shows up in who you pick and who you entertain, and be honest with it. So I think that with women, it's more about continue to do what you want to do, be more intentional, multiple date, and move that way, and then find someone you more enhanced. But also, you have to be more play offense a little bit. You have to go to certain events. You got to be more intentional about the events you go to. Be more intentional about like-minded individuals, and also create your tribe. A lot of women that I'm noticing when they turn 40 lost a lot of their friends. Like be like Finn and just in general, these fallouts or a birthday dinner they ain't go to.
You outgrow people, life changes.
So now it's like I need to create my new tribe, and part of that tribe is going to like-minded events. If you have one friend, you could have that partner with you, but going out more. So even though you may not find love, quote unquote, you may find a friend that knows somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like as you build your tribe, that synergy, and be more intentional about who you're around, friends or not. Like that's why I was talking about order your circle. So I think that's it. With men, we have to be more intentional about what we actually want, and just trying to belittle or try to be on podcasts and talk about all black women or blah, blah, blah. That's not helping. You just sound like noise. But if you really want what you want, showcase your emotional intelligence. Also understand a lot of women gotta get comfortable with that as more men be more self-aware.
Yeah.
And then from there, men also have to now put themselves in a position where you can't get mad if these women do not want you, whatever, and you can't play, oh, they all gold diggers, whatever. Understanding what can you do and take accountability to be the best fit. So like men and women, like working out, mental health, like do all these things to be the best version of you to align with someone you're more aligned with. So either way, you got to work. But I think that the noise you hear on social media, a lot of men do not like the new dynamics.
And okay, I have a question to ask. I know you heard, you've been hearing news about, the male loneliness epidemic that's going on. Do you feel that men are hearing that?
Are you seeking guidance and support in life on your motherhood journey? AJO Consulting Services, LLC, offers tailored strategies to help you overcome challenges, build resilience, and achieve your goals. Empower yourself with personalized coaching.
Or acknowledging that? And if so, do you think it's playing a part in how they're showing up now at all?
It's playing a deeper part because a lot of men want to count that as women's fault. Right? In the sense that all these women want the money is all about money, all about money, all about money. So they try to use that as a reason why. So then those women be like, no, it's not about the money. I just companionship. Yeah, that plays a role. But money does need to be established, right? And that's why I always talk about the girlfriend budget. People get mad at me, right? Like this is investments. So what happens is what used to work don't work no more. More women not coming to your house in the first link up. And you ain't gonna use your dickpatizer to get the homie discount and blind her, and then she be like, "Oh, sex is so great, I could build around it, right? And build a bank." And there's more women that be like, "Okay, sex was great, and so what happens is down the power ain't working." And what happens, a lot of people and men, how it happens with us, we use the same move over and over again. So what worked in high school, we just doing it the same way. And then now that's not working anymore. Instead of trying to figure out, I got to find a new strategy, we trying to double down. And doubling down is like, that cat lady line don't work no more. You're going to be single forever. Like all those words is not working anymore. And not understanding what role I am being, that I'm not attracting who I want. So a lot of guys is mad that the woman they want don't want them. So they get mad and bash the women that do like them because you're not who I wanted. I'm settling. I'm mad. No. Be with who you want to be with. And then if they want money, you want those ones, then get your money. I apologize for the inconvenience. But yes, I think that's more about the kicking and screaming, but I think that the dynamics has changed. And also that the fact that more women make more money than men now. And a lot of men don't know how to cope with that because money used to be the kind of power dynamic. Now I really want a partnership. Do I really want that? Even those that men that's up, right? Men that making good money, do they really want someone that's a fair equal to them, or they want someone a little lower? So it's even that. So it's a struggle for women that is established, got her own money, because the guys that she will be equally yoked with or aligned with for value may not want them because like I can't manipulate how I want to. I can't get away with the grace that I normally get. So, yeah, so it's definitely a tricky slope. But I think that with men, got to take more accountability about what they're looking for, what they want. And it's okay. Like going on dates is a thing. I'm sorry.
Ready for that. And it costs something. Either it's going to be time or money. It's something.
Listen, ain't that many parts in the world. But you got to be creative. And get to know that person and try to create these dates to get to know intel. So what happens is don't try to blow your load on a $300 date or $250 dates or whatever. Just try to skip the line. But also understand that if this is someone you really want to date, can you mostly date? Women can mostly date because mostly likely the guy's paying for the first 2 dates or 3 dates, whatever. But with men, we pay. You know what I'm saying? So figure out your budget.
Yeah.
And if she really the one, but a lot of times you're trying to get the homie discount or try to figure out what can I get for less? So low risk, high reward. You can't just text her, send some memes, we flirt, and then hook up or do something. Do I gotta take you out? Really? Can we just go for happy hour? You know what I'm saying? So, or now back to the whole coffee date stuff again.
I was just thinking that in my head. I swear I was. You in my head. What are your thoughts on that?
Once again, know your person. She may like coffee and be cool with it.
Right.
Like, I don't know about 2025, but I remember the last time I checked, the most popular first date is Starbucks. So find someone that's like that. If someone says, I don't like coffee like that, then find something else. But when people are like, let's don't spend no money and get to know each other, then talk to the person on the phone, try that work. And as we talk about certain things you like, you may do rock climbing, you may like this, you may like museums, and now create a date. Create the experience.
Yeah. I think there's a lot more nuance that goes behind this coffee date business. I mean, I think it depends where I met you, right? If it's offline, coffee date me, sir. I want to know what the vibe is. But if I met you in person, we already had a chat, we met at an event, I already see you, I feel the vibe. Yeah, let's plan a more formal date. I think it just is really like what you said. It is know the person that you're actually talking to is dependent. Now, if it's solely just on, I just want to invest as little as possible to get what I want to get, then all right, come on now.
So what happened if I'm dating 5 women or 6 women, it get expensive real fast. So if I try to cut it or play that whole Dutch game, I can try to cut the budget the way you're trying to think logical. So I hear guys, but once again, like you said, I think that if you want to save money or trying to really see and give a filler of that woman, is getting on the phone with her and then plan a date that is not trying to knock it out the park in the first day kind of date, but one thing that we could build and scale. Because you can't do something to someone you can't maintain.
That part. It should be buildable, and do not introduce people to stuff you cannot maintain.
And part of it is being a man of your word.
Right. So if someone was listening to this and they ain't hear nothing that we said, what is one call to action that you would give to both men and women? So one call to action to men, one call to action to women moving forward in this dating game.
For women, I would say that the most important thing you could do is really be honest with yourself. Where you at and where you want to be headed. For men, I think that it will have to be more taking more accountability and not placing blame on women. Even though I know that there's a lot of men that love sugar water but don't like women. And it shows. But I think that once again, it's about taking accountability about who you want and why you want that. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got rhetoric now where all these people saying, don't get a 9, don't get a 10, get a 6, get a strong 5, get a strong, and they will have to, you know what I'm saying, put more effort in it. I think that we have to be honest with the kind of woman we desire and also where we at with it and what that looks like. Because once again, no matter what kind of woman you're going to have, it's going to be effort that's going to be needed to maintain her. No matter if she's a traveling one or like to go fine dining or she's a homebody. Everybody gonna have their thing that they very bougie with or what they have a value or what their standard is, and you're gonna have to be able to maintain that.
Yep, longevity. Exactly. I think a lot of people are thinking about right now in the moment, and that's good to live in the moment. However,
Mhm.
again, it's about what you said. What is your intention?
Mhm.
If you're seeking long term, you're seeking marriage, whatever the case is, that it needs to be scalable, like what you said. Start out small, start build up, build up, build up, but be able to maintain it. And I think a lot of people don't think about that. It's about the maintenance. Get what you want and know that energy it needs to be invested to maintain that thing. Some people is like, oh, I get the girl. You've been feeling running after her. Once you get her, you're like, oh, this is a lot more work than I thought.
Dude, and it's sad because
Then it's like, what you thought was gonna happen, sir? I
I
I
a lot
don't.
more women now about the men that been in their DMs for a long time.
Mm.
And they finally gave them a chance. They're like, I gave this person a chance and it went
And he
nowhere.
play in your face. Mm.
And I always say you gotta be careful with dealing with your fans.
Mm.
I said another word, but we in a podcast. But you gotta be careful with dealing with your fans because that part of it, right? It's like they may have an expectation or they felt like you slighted them for so long. They try to find more and more. They try to get you back or spend the power dynamics. But once again, it's about really being honest about it. There probably was a reason why you kept them in the friend zone. There may be a reason why you kept them in DMs.
Exactly.
Your intuition was correct,
Exactly.
but he kept on trying to grow on you like a fungus.
Mm.
Once again, back to accountability about who you entertain and why.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be boredom.
Absolutely. As always, you coming in with the realness. Chad Scott, thank you so much for this information, and we will be seeing more of you on the podcast.
Yes, thank you, thank you. You know, I'm here whenever you need me.
Yeah, so where can people find you?
All social platforms, Chad Scott here. I'm still figure out the next phase of it. Still coaching, but I feel like it's time I need to really figure out products. I'm sitting there, but I definitely answer DMs. Even in DMs, there's still homework. Even if I can't be one on one with you, I always be like, "Oh, that happened. You should listen to that." And also understand that some people are like, "Ugh," because they
Yeah,
want the magic wand. And I'm like,
yeah,
"I'm sorry, it's work to be done.
yeah.
I can't really hold your hand in this, but I would say for what you just told me, you should do this next Y and Z. Wish you the best. Keep you posted. But yeah, so I still give back. But yeah, I'm here at all social platforms to chime in and try to
Wow.
fight the good fight.
It is a good fight, okay? Not a happy fight always, not a fun fight, but it's a good fight. So thank you so much, Chad Scott, for joining us. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of the Oasis podcast. I hope you were able to find something that resonated with you on your journey. Don't forget to subscribe anywhere you listen to podcasts and YouTube. Rate us and leave us a review and comment on Apple Podcasts, iTunes, and YouTube. Share your favorite episode and like us on Instagram and Facebook. If you have any questions, comments, want to be a guest, or any show ideas, contact us at ajaysoasis@gmail.com. That's AAYJAYSOASIS@gmail.com, or direct message us on Instagram and Facebook.